Okay, so I think you're right. I think it was a loose connection. I don't know. I'm just going to pray for it. And if not, well, I'm going to do what we got to do. Well, this is a nightmare so far. Okay. Let's get back to my screen mirroring. So hourly story is huge. When you post to your story every single hour, your story reel up here, see Jackie Gearings? These three girls I see all day long because every hour they're posting to their story. So then this story reel updates and your picture will be where Jackie's is every time you upload. The whole reason to post to your story every hour is so that your picture is the front of the line. The more your picture is the front of the line, the more your stuff's going to get seen. So if you're thinking, okay, well, posting every hour, that's like asking a lot. Not really. It literally takes 2 seconds to post something to your story. If you are working a full-time job or you're busy or whatever, girl, I get it. Maybe you need to save your pictures the night before so that you're ready for the next day. And when the time comes, you can just be like, oh, there we go. Takes 2 seconds. Pop it up, right? So story is so important. By doing a story every single hour, my viewers on my story have gone up. So I haven't done many. The last week, like on the weekend I was camping, so we haven't done a whole heck of a lot when it comes to interacting and stuff on Instagram, but I'm going to do it with you guys tonight. So this is perfect. So story, 22 hours ago, 12 hours ago. The reason why I do stuff like this is because this gets people interacting with me. They'll take the picture. Sometimes you'll see people just put this in there and they won't put the blank one in. I always put the blank one in, but I don't put it in right away. I put it in later in the day. So the next thing I go to in the morning is always coffee. If you guys follow me, you know I post about coffee every single morning because it is something that I live by. Like I can't go without it. So how I tell my distributors to post to their story is think of like 10 things, literally, write it down. Think of 10 things that you can think off the top of your head that are, like staples in your life, things that you enjoy, things that you don't go without. For me, it's coffee. It's my daughter. It's keto baking. It's food. I do these things all the time. I do like funny memes. I have a sense of humor. So I put all of these things in my story because that's me, genuinely. So I talk about basically the same thing every day in a different way. So coffee. So this is my coffee story for today. Now, you can't see it very well, but if you look right where this little arrow is, I have a hashtag there. The reason I put that hashtag there that's hidden, I have it in every story. Here's another one. And then another one right here.
Where is the hashtag?
I know, it's tricky, right? You're not supposed to see it. That's the whole point, is because I'm doing this to make it so that my business story gets seen into other highlights. Now, if I were to make them big, people know what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. But if you do it sneaky like this, people they don't really clue in. So then when say I'm on so for instance, the first hashtag, oh my God, I don't even know if I'll be able to read it. It says Starbucks, I'm pretty sure. So if I were to go to Starbucks, tags, my story is going to show up. Oh, actually, hold on, sorry. It will show up under story and usually shows up in their story. Depends how many they have tag in the day though.
And send you the size within the next 2 weeks. And then within 2 minutes, I sent back, the size I'd like to order is a 28. I have my measurements ready for whenever I found my form.
Hold on, we need to mute someone.
I never even had a form and I knew I didn't. But instead of arguing with Sari, I just played like stupid with her and just swam with it. But
where is it on here?
Awesome with an exclamation point, which means she's really excited. Yeah.
Okay, so whoever's chit-chatting away right now, we can hear your conversation. You need to mute yourself. Okay, so let's try this again. Okay, So, and what it will do is it will put it in their story. So during the day, whenever you post it, Starbucks has their own story, as you can see right here. My hashtag will start to go into their story. Okay, so that's like a little bit of a trick that oh my God, seriously, huh? I don't know why the devil wants to play with me tonight, but let me tell you, he is.
So
Okay, Amy, mute yourself, please. So this is how I get my stories seen more, is by putting little hashtags. So this one, I don't know what that even says, but this one says cafe. You can read it right there. So whenever you're doing a story about product or the business, throw hashtags in them and shrink them and make them super small. So you're like, well, what should you put in a hashtag? It can literally be anything. When it comes to coffee, I always put Starbucks, Tim Hortons, cafe, espresso, just like really random words like that. Maybe like a random small, like, what I'm trying to think of, like a coffee bean. Like think of a coffee bean, like a Whistler coffee bean that they sell. Like just hashtag it and it will show up in their stuff. So more people are getting seen. So that's a big thing that I do. And there's another one right here in this story. You can see it up here in the corner. Okay, so moving on, I always put in something where, like, you know, just random. Like, I thought this was really cute. A man can treat a lady right one night, but it takes a great man to treat her for the rest of her life. And then I go into like pictures like this with my Facebook being seen. I'm not really trying to achieve anything with this picture. I just like to get my Facebook seen, because if people see me on Instagram, they're probably going to check me out on Facebook if they're interested in what I'm doing or what I'm seeing. And a lot of times if I have a Facebook giveaway going on, I will put something in my story on Instagram being like, hey guys, head over to my Facebook, check out my giveaway, make sure you enter. If you don't know what my Facebook is, check out the next slide, and then I put a picture of it in the next slide. So these are things I put in almost every single day. I always do polls. Polls get people interacting. If you do not have people interacting on your face or on your story, you're not going to have as many people coming to your page every day. You're not going to have as many people following you. So getting people to be interacting with you is key. It could be anything from, like, look at mine. Today it was chicken wings, bone-in or boneless, store-bought pizza or homemade pizza, Timmy's coffee or Starbucks coffee, Oreos or Chips Ahoy. Literally, it could be anything. You could do things like Halloween for fall. You could do, like, it can be anything. It doesn't even have to be for the season. But doing things like this gets people to your page. And then I'll always try to throw in a picture, a product picture that I personally have or that I'm holding, a picture of me holding it, whether it's from 2 years ago or from today. It just shows that I genuinely am using my products. And as you can see, I took out the It Works. It says It Works here usually. So what I did, you guys, was I use an app. I'll show you quickly. I use an app called Retouch. And it's super simple. You just hit albums. Don't mind all my selfies from prior to this Zoom. And what you can do, I'll just use this for example. So this is a picture of a water that I was drinking. And if I wanted to get rid of the 0 calories, no preservatives, or the label It Works, I would zoom into where I want to be. And then I would just put on the left, bottom left here, object removal, and then highlight it. And then make sure it's all highlighted, and then hit go, and it's gone. And my computer's lagging. Come on. And there we go. And then you would just go up here and hit this, and then you would save it. Save as copy, which is right here. So that's what I did to get rid of the It Works label. I usually do a lot of getting rid of It Works labels because it just brings a lot more people to show interest. And I always put one of these. I don't always do a poll, but one of these is really good because people can then, swipe over if they want to. Now, the other thing that works really good to get people to your page is this. sharing other people posting for you when it comes to a monthly giveaway. So for extra points, I told the Sephora people to repost it in their story. When they repost it in their story, like I am full of them. They're everywhere. So these are messages I did today, but I'll just show you, for example, I did a lot of messaging on here. Okay, here we go. No, that's a hat. We're going to get to that. Hold on. Well, that's also a hat. This girl. Okay, so this girl. Oh man, it's not the right girl. Where is one? Here we go. So this guy or this person. So they went and tagged me in their profile, their story, and so when they do this to me, I won't do it all the time, but I'll do it a couple times a day. I will click it open and I'll add it to story, which is on the bottom right here. Why I do this is it shows people that people are taking part in the Sephora gift card. It sounds kind of stupid because you're like, well, people can see on your page, but you have to remember, some people, like, they'll see something once and they'll click out and they'll forget. When people see, or like, another person did it for her, oh, another person did it for her, oh, another person did it for her, they'll start to want to take part in it too. They're like, oh, maybe I'll just enter. And they'll go back and look at the contest and read it over again. So I do these often. Another thing with story is if you're in the States, you guys have this option. We do not, so I don't even know how to show you, but I know that you guys can add music to your Instagram. This is a great way to get people interested as well. Now, if I'm going to do a story right now. I'm going to do, I think you're right, that is a loose connection. Okay, I'm going to do a little story that I have of my business. We'll do this one. So when I do for business, I do the exact same thing as I do for a product. I always put a hashtag in there. Oh, what happened there? I always put a hashtag. So for this one, I would probably just put a hashtag of income streams. And I make it really small and I put it in the corner. I'll do a hashtag of this and I'll put vacation because it looks like it's on a vacation. Put it really small in the corner. This one we'll do drinks. Drinkstagram. We'll try that. I usually do whatever shows up first just because it's probably a popular hashtag. And this one you can do hashtag fall because it's fall. People do a lot of hashtags of fall, so that means it'll be seen. And this one I'll just do, what should I do? Let's do keto. I'll just put keto because people will see it in the keto stream and be like, that's not keto, what is this? And then they'll look at it. So then I'll do that. And then I'm just gonna go next and I'm just gonna share it to my story. So those will now show up in all those streams of hashtags. So the next thing that my team does, story is every hour, you guys. Get in the habit of doing this. The next thing that we do is story questions. This gets so many people talking to you. Your inbox will be blown up and your followers will go up. Because if these people aren't following you that you do this to, they will be once you message them. So what we do is we do at least 20 a day and we scroll through our stories. And if they're not, so for instance, I'll do someone who I don't know. We don't do It Works people, non-It Works people, 20 questions on story a day. So for instance, this girl, let's see what she posts about tonight. So I'll look through their story and I'll find something to ask a question on. So I'm going to ask this. Wow, what a view. Where is this? And I will do 20 questions. I'll go to the next person. And I look for something super cute dream. I think that's called the dream catcher. Super cute dream catcher. Where is it? Even if it's a stupid question, I'll ask for 20, I'll do 20 questions. So what this does is this gets people in my inbox. People are going to start replying to me. So we do this, and everyone on my team has told me this has been such a great task for them when it comes to getting interaction on their Instagram. You can also do this on Facebook. So after, she's already replied. My living room, Salmon Arm, BC. So now I could start a conversation with her if I wanted to. So following sprees. If you, okay, I don't know if I'm right on this, but I'm pretty freaking sure because it's happened to me many times. When you do following on Instagram, you can't just open up a post, for example, like this, and just go follow, because Instagram will block you. And what happens is all those people you followed, it unfollows them automatically. It's happened to me, and I don't know how I learned this, but one day when I first started using Instagram, I went on this follow spree, and then I left and I went back to my profile and I was like, what? I only followed 18 people. I just followed like 100 people. Then I realized I went back to the post I added those 100 people from, and they were all said follow again. So I clued in that obviously there's a cap on how many people you can follow at a time because it blocked me. So now I've never been blocked since, because how I do it is, so I follow things I genuinely like. Farmhouse, I'm a farmhouse freak. I love farmhouse decor. So I do post about it. So I will go and I'll open this up and I'll just scroll down and I'll follow only the follows that I see on the screen. So I don't see any more follow buttons on here. So after I've done that, I click on the top person, Miss Rosie Patterson. I'll click on her just to click out, and then I'll click back in, just to make it so trick Instagram to think that I've gone out and now I'm going back in and I'm not just adding people. And then I'll add the next row of people, and then I'll click out and then I'll click back in. And then I'll add the next row, then I'll click out and then I'll click back in. And then I'll keep doing this, because that's what numbers go up right here. If you'll notice that if you don't do it in increments of 10 or 15, continue to go on, your numbers won't go up because it's catching on of what you're doing. It's just like it's just like Facebook. Okay, so that's adding sprees. Now you can add from locations too if you want to build your business. I mean, you can do that up here. You just go to the search bar, you can go places. Another good way to do it is, for instance, you can go to like, what's something that let's just do Starbucks on the top of my head. So Starbucks, you can go to tags, Starbucks, and then you can click on scroll down a little bit and click on like this picture. And then you can just follow, if you like this picture, you can just follow her, and then you can open and see who's following her, and you can, add these people. And then click out and then keep going down until you see something that you like. Like there's tons of different ways you can follow on Instagram. I just try to follow off things that I genuinely enjoy. The other thing is tagging locations per post. This is something I never used to do, and it's made such a difference. So as you can see, if I open this, it says Vancouver, BC. I was not in Vancouver, BC. I was in Grand Prairie. But I post, every post, I'll do a different I'm trying to click on my computer. I'll do a different location. So this one says United States. This one says Moonshine Lake, which was actually where I was. This one says Coquitlam. Like literally I'm in okay, that's Grand Prairie. But there's like random ones of okay, that's in Salmon Arm. That's in San Diego, California. So the reason why I do this is because that is another way to get your page seen. This is now going to show up in the San Diego, California feed. So these are all different ways to continue to get your page seen. Tagging different locations. Also, hashtagging locations is a great way too. When I'm trying to grow my business somewhere, I'll hashtag those places over and over again. I'll literally go on Google and be like, places in Texas, or cities in Texas, or cities in Ontario, cities in New Brunswick, and I'll tag them all if that's where I want. Or hashtag. I'll hashtag them all if that's where I want to grow my business. Now the other thing is The number in every story for business and product. Number in every story. Okay, so what we have noticed with my team, I don't know everyone else, but what I've noticed that when we post, like you can tell a lot of my pictures are just lifestyle. Me golfing, my daughter, food, a coffee, me, my trailer, the swimming pool, the gym bag. Like it's all, you don't see like it work stuff on here. And you don't want to see it work stuff on here, okay? Me with a face mask. Like you want your Facebook, your Instagram, if people, it's on public, remember, if people are scrolling, you don't want them to see it works. You want them to have to use their head and be like, what the hell does this girl do? Like, unless they're like literally creeping for a long time ago when maybe you were posting like that. But what we do is we will post lifestyle, but then randomly post something like this. And Christina, I don't know if she's on here because I'm sure she is. She said that she got a lot of, sorry guys, that connection's off again. She said she got a lot of, okay, so see hers, trust. See how she has like, it's like lifestyle, random girl with long hair, product post. You do not want to have product posts too often, because if you don't have product posts too often, look at all the likes she got. Those are all people she's messaging. All these likes, she's messaging them. Hey, Raina, I noticed that you had some love on my post. Are you looking to grow your hair out, or do you know anyone who might be? Very simple, straight to the point. And then she had a couple comments, so she obviously is messaging these people. But Christina, if you're on here, make sure that you're replying to each one and hearting them on the side, because this will bump it to be seen more, just like Facebook. So this is a really good thing for your business as well. It's just making sure that your page is lifestyle, and then bam, hit them with a product post, but make sure it looks something like this. They don't know it's a product post. Oh, sorry guys, that connection again. Business profile. Let's talk about a business profile. You guys do not have to have this. It's this cord, I think. This cord's garbage. You guys don't have to have a business profile. The reason I got a business profile was because I wanted to up my engagement. In order to do that, oh, stupid thing. In order to do that, I'm just going to put my phone down. There we go. In order to do that, I had to be able to get the business page to see per last 7 days. This is what helps me grow my page. So I'll do trial and error. I'll try something one day and see if my numbers go up, my views. I'll do something another day and see if they go down. So over the weekend, I wasn't as active on Instagram because I was out camping. I had little service. So my number went down to the 1,489. It was at 2,254 before I left to camping. Now, I would not have known this if I didn't have the business page. The business page also allows you to have promotions, which you can see here. I'll go over that. It allows you to have a contact button and an add shop. You can add a shop button. I don't think my website's on there just because I honestly, like, you might want to put yours on there, but for me, I like to stick away from not having a website for people to jump on, because for me, it's like, I know myself, and when I jump on a website, I don't often buy. I just browse, and I kind of click up. I like to have conversations with people. I want to connect with them, and I want to secure that sale. So I don't know if I don't think it's on there, but you can. Sorry guys, I'm parched. The other thing that's awesome about the business page, and it's really easy to do, you guys. You just go into the menu and settings, and then you go to business. Oh wait, actually, account. Switch to personal account, switch creator account. So on yours, it will say switch to business account. Now, when you do this though, this is the one thing I hate, and I'll check your guys' questions in a minute. One thing I hated about this is it automatically made me a freaking business page on Facebook, and I do not use it. I don't like business pages. That's just me. It's totally up to you guys. But it made me a business page, and I didn't even know how to use the business page. Now, if it makes you a business page, don't stress it. You don't even have to use it, but just be aware it will make you a business page. It links it. Anyway, so that's how you can change to a business page. Now, the other thing about the business is that you can promote posts. Same with a Facebook page. You can Facebook business page. You can promote boosts, they call it, posts. On here, they call it promote. So I'll show you an example. So for the giveaway, I paused it today so I could show you this. So actually, let's just say I wanted to promote this post.
Oopsies.
Okay, so say you want to promote this post. I would hit promote, and it's going to say select where to send people. I always select to profile. I did direct message once, and I didn't get very many messages, so I just stick to profile because when it is on promote, you can then go view insights, and you can see like I've had 53 follows from this. And then it tells you like the impressions, how many people it's reached, and visits to profile, 139. Visits to profile to website 2. My visits to profile are always way bigger than anything else, which is why I stick to just directing it to my profile. So select to profile, and then you're going to go next. And then this is super important, you guys. So just try to even just write it down if you have to. I'll talk slow. So this, you do not want to keep it on automatic. Instagram will automatically target people to come to your audience. But I don't know this for sure, but I have a slight feeling that it's more likely the same as suggested friends. It's going to compare your profiles. I don't ever use it. I always make my own. So as you can see, I have a one that says ladies and one that says working moms. I'll show you both of them. So in order to make your own, you just hit create your own on the bottom right here. Okay? So you're going to create your own. It's going to ask you for an audience or an audience name. You can just put, let's just put Zoom for now. Okay. So now the locations. You want to put as many locations in here as it allows you to. Okay. So I'll show you what mine is for this one. Ladies. Mine is, look how many locations I put. So California, United States. I opened a map of the United States and of Canada, and I put in all of the provinces that I could. So I have basically every single province of Canada, and then I did as many popular ones as I could of the states. So that this post that's promoted is going to be shown in these areas more. It's going to be for people that are ladies only. You can select ladies or men, and then the age. Now here's the thing. They will not promote your post if it's under 18. You have to have it above 18. And then it'll ask you to what interests does this post have, so that it will connect it with those interests as well. So cosmetics, beauty salon, shopping, fashion, online shopping, fashion accessories, skincare. So now it's gonna, and then it shows you at the top potential people reached. You have this much potential for people to see, this many people to see your post when you promote it, okay? So this is huge. So once you've done that, say you want to do the ladies one, you're going to go next. This is when you get to play with your budget. It doesn't take the money out right away. It takes it out once it's done. When I started doing promotions on posts, I started very small. I did $2 or $1 or $2 a day over 10 days. I think it was. That's what I started at, so that I only spent $20. I remember telling Ross, being like, I don't want to spend $20 because what if it doesn't work? And then I was like, he's like, just start small. Like it might work. Like you never know. So I started off with $20. So what this will do is once it gets approved, it has to get approved. The posts that won't get approved or anything that says like, do you want to make like work online and make up to $10,000 a month? Like it has to be basically think of it as promoting a lifestyle post. Lifestyle posts are not like that. Lifestyle posts talks about where you were before it works, where you're like what's changed for you and where you're going and that you want to help people. Okay? Those are the posts that you want to promote. So then you would pick your budget, okay? Once it gets approved, that's when it's going to start. And it doesn't just go $20 to your bank account. It goes throughout the day. And you can pause them too if you want to save on money. So here's my debit Visa that's on here. It tells you what it's going to be like, blah, 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 blah. and then you're going to go create post. So that's one of the options it gives you as a business post or business page, which I really like. So if you look back at 401, you can do, I have it currently, but I do have it paused. So this is I did this over the course of 30 days for $90. So I paused it today to show you guys because sometimes it won't show me otherwise. So I'm going to resume promotion. So right now it's only charged me $15.45, but it has not charged me yet. This will only be charged at the end of the promotion. Okay. And if you got, I'm going to check questions for just a second because I'm sure you guys have asked something. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to go as quick as I can, you guys. I see, I so need to switch to. How do you hashtag on photos? Like by text? Sorry, I've never used Instagram. Okay, Sarah, super easy. I'll show you. So when you add, actually I did show you, I think. When you add someone, you have a picture, you're just going to go up to this little square right here and hashtag. And then you'll see like, these will pop up. These are the most popular used. So I usually try to stay in these areas. Okay. So that is how you, oh man, go away. The devil is me. There we go. Might be a lot to have you hashtag on photos. Sorry, this phone is really pissing me off. Oh, I can use it on Bluetooth. That's cool. Don't even have to have it plugged in. Just learned something new. Okay, I Googled this and I have thousands of ideas from it. Downloading the app. What's the app called? Retouch. How do you pay for a business page? If so, how much is it? No, you don't have to pay for it. Have you done this for your Facebook account too? Yes, I have a business page on Facebook. I do not use it though. Like I don't boost. Janny's on here. She uses hers. I know that. But I don't. I just find it's too much. I like my Instagram page. Okay, looks like we're caught up. So let's continue. I have a couple more notes to share with you guys. Okay, so business, boosting posts, business profile, posting. Okay, now another thing that's super important, you guys. This gets me a lot of leads as well. When I put something in my story, let's just say my sister here, okay? This is my sister. She was the triple threat. She lost a shit ton of weight, excuse my language. And if I wanted to put this, like, for instance, like I want to get people interested, right? So I would say, wow, look at my sister. Amazing what a couple products will do. And then I will like put a little like something like this, change the color. And then I'll do, like I often, you guys, put my, and yeah, some of you might not be interested in this. Don't worry, don't crap your pants. 780-518-2253. I put my phone number in almost every day. My phone number is on social media, on my story, or on my, my posts. Like putting your story or putting your phone number on a story or a post is a huge and great idea, because do you know how many people out there over the age of 50, including my mother, do not know how to DM? She didn't even know what the hell that is. She like would not know what to do. But do you know how many people call me, text me, mostly text? It's a great idea. Put your phone numbers on there. Another thing is messaging your followers. This is something that we do every day. So, you know, on Facebook, when you message your viewers, if you don't do that, I'll show you what you do. You just open your first picture of the day because that has the most views. Oops. And you would click up on this and you'd message all these people. See that little arrow there? That's going to message them. Da-da-da. Maybe you have an auto, what's that called? It's like in your keyboard already. So for me, I have an Instagram. I'll just do it to Ross. I have an Instagram message. It says it's IG1. Oops. IG1. And I'll send it. And I can show you. It says, I know this is super random, but I'm looking for a few people who want to be a part of our online portfolio. I'm looking for 2 more people right now. You would get my 40% off discount on all the products and by helping me out and sharing your review. This is something you'd be interested in. So when I'm posting when I'm messaging on Instagram, I always use I don't know what that's called. What is that called? Can you guys put it in the chat? I forget. But it's like where you make a command and it just takes it for you. So I'll do that so it makes life a lot easier. It's just like three letters. Julie, can you please mute yourself? And then Story Haps. Have you guys been doing Story Haps? Because if not, you guys need to get on it. Story Haps are huge. So let me first show you what my Story Haps are. Story Hap for me on Instagram, and you guys, do not, I can't stress this enough, do not use haps that everyone else is using. Bad idea. Bad idea. That's why haps go dry. That's why people don't have success with haps right now, is because everyone's using the same damn thing. Like, use your head and think outside the box. A girl of mine, I don't know if she's on here, Jessica, she made the best host-to-post or story hap for her Instagram for business, and it was like totally her. It was like a beautiful picture of her. The first thing about a story hap, you guys, if you're going to do business, you have got to put yourself in a good picture, use a good picture, okay? So and I'm not being mean at all, but I'm going to be honest with you guys. This is a little bit of red for you. I've seen host-to-post pictures for business with your guys' pictures on them, and it's like, who would take that seriously? Like, this is your business, okay? Do you want that photo on a billboard in town? Would you feel comfortable with that photo on a billboard in town? Think of it like this. If you saw your photo that you're using for your host-to-post business, do you think it's acceptable, professional? Do you think it draws people in? Do you think it's a fitting picture? Okay, I've seen a couple, and I'm just like, honestly, like, and I'm not trying to be mean. I can't stress this enough, but it's like, I wouldn't take you serious. I wouldn't join your business at all. So pictures that you should use on your story hap. If for business, a great clear picture of your face or a body picture. It could be of you at conference. It could be you at an event. It could be you outside. But make it a picture of you. Make it a picture with a nice background with, maybe just a white wall. Like, just try to keep it as professional, crisp, clear, whatever. Now, when it comes to story hats, you also want to make sure that it's going to be eye-catching. Because when people post this in their story for you, it doesn't show for very long, right? The story doesn't show for very long. You want it to be like, whoa, what was that? So here's an example of one of mine that I use, that I get a lot of feedback on. So I send this to people to post in their story, okay? I made this with the app called Over, O-V-E-R, and I will do a quick demonstration how I did this. Anyone need income? My friend is looking to train 6 more people to make a part-time or full-time income from social media. It's a picture of me in black and white. Follow her and message her opportunity for info. This is what they put in their story, okay? Now, this was for the Sephora giveaway. So in order to get people on your posting on their story for you, you gotta have some kind of giveaway or whatever, right? So like I said, use April's, send her $5, use hers, do your own, message 4 other leaders on your team and put together $10 each and get a Sephora gift card. It doesn't matter the amount. You could give away $50 email transfer. People want to win, believe me. Hey, can I ask you a favor? Would you mind sharing this post on your story and tagging me? In return, I'll give you a free entry to my $100 Sephora giveaway. Yes, I can. Right away, she did. And then she posted it, but it says mentioned in your story. And this is another thing that I'll always add to my story. A couple times a day. If someone hosts a post for me, I will then go and click on their story that they did for me, and I'll add it to mine. Because this shows people, my viewers, oh, well, what is she getting people to post? What is an opportunity for what? If they're new people on my page, they probably don't know yet what I do. Always keep people on their toes. Keep their minds going. Another one that I've recently been using that I really like is, that's the same girl, that I get a lot of good feedback from, is this one. So remember we did the Amazon gift card? So I did the exact same thing on here. Hey girl, to get your entry into my Amazon $100 gift card, please post this to your story, tag me in it, and tell me when you're done, okay? This is the picture. It's very straight, simple. Angela is looking for 2 more people, to train 2 more people, $100 to $700 monthly off Facebook story. Now, obviously this says Facebook story. You can change it to Instagram story. You can change it to social media story. I just put Facebook story because people know what a Facebook story is over a social media story, over an Instagram story. Because Facebook, a lot of times people have been using Facebook a lot longer than Instagram. For myself especially, so when I put Facebook story, they're more likely to understand what I'm talking about, but you can change the wording yourself. And then it just says contact her. The picture is, a nice crisp photo of myself that I whitened my teeth and whitened my eyes so that it would pop and they can see that that's me. Okay. So host to posting on Instagram is a really great thing for you guys to do. The last thing before I leave you guys tonight is I'm going to show you how to work over so that you can make these pictures and how to work unfold so that you can make your own story. Story is huge on Instagram, you guys. I cannot stress this enough. Do you guys remember, if you guys have been in the business as long as I have, you know what's so crazy, you guys? I've been in the business for 3 years on the 26th in 2 days. I can't even believe it. So if you've been in the business as long as I have, do you remember when we first started and we would post morning, just before the afternoon, in the afternoon, just before dinner, and at dinner? We did that because at that time, Facebook algorithm was that would bump your profile up to be seen, to be seen, to be seen, to be seen. It doesn't work like that anymore, but story does. That's why it's so important to be on top of your story. Story is the hot tamale of social media, okay? The more you post to your story, the more your picture is at the top of the reel, top of the reel, top of the reel, top of the reel. You want it at the top of the reel. That gets your profile out there the most. So you need to start making stories. You can use top leaders' stories, other people's stories. You can screenshot mine and use them all. No problem. But you guys need to learn how to make your own stories. So some of the apps that I use are Mojo, which is this one. Mojo is to do videos. I don't know if the app itself is free, so I'm sorry, you'll have to check that, but you don't have to update to pro. You can just go into minimal. And for instance, like I did one of me sitting at the camp. Here, we can just do this one. This is before the meeting. And then I would type, love training my group. Love training my tribe. Are you ready for my help too? Okay. And then you can like play around with the font, the size, the color, and we'll just leave it at that because we're going to be super simple. And then it will look like this. Like, how easy is that? And how good does that look? It's just so simple, you guys. And then you're going to save it to your phone. Boom, it's ready to be put into your story. Like, this is a game changer when it comes to doing your story. You need to take initiative and do your own story and make it your own. It's great to copy The Right Cat and use their stories and stuff like that. But it's even better when you start doing it yourself with your own pictures, with your own story write-up, and making sure that you're putting these on there every day. People need to see your face on story. And if you guys aren't, actually, one other thing I didn't mention, what my team does, and it's helped a lot too, is we put our face and our voice on Instagram story almost every other day. So if you're scared to do that, do a pre-recorded. It's not very hard. I mean, like, seriously, we can open Instagram. I can put a pretty filter on right now. And it's as simple as literally being like, you could say something. You could even talk about how your day's going. But if you want to do something about the business, it can be as simple as, hi guys, I just wanted to jump on here really quick and just let you know that I had a girl start tonight and she's already doing so amazing. If you're looking for an extra $100, $200 a month, message me. That's it, okay? So there's the video. If I don't like it, I'll make another one until I love it, until I feel good. Put a filter on. Look, I look like a freaking model there. Just kidding. No, but like you can put yourself together and put a filter on if you feel like, you're not feeling it. All you do then is save it, which is this little button right here. Oops. Save it, and it is good to go to be added to your story. Come on, phone. Okay, so there it is. And then I'll probably add one more filter. The Paris one is my favorite. Now, for this, if I was gonna upload this, you bet your ass, or your butt, sorry, I'm gonna put a hashtag on it. I'm gonna hashtag it. I'm gonna hashtag working mom, home mom, mom of a girl. What's this color I'm wearing? What is this called again? I'm the worst at when I do Zooms. I can never think of what I'm trying to talk about. Like fall color. Like I'm just gonna put any hashtag in there, anything. I just want to get it seen. And then I could even add a location. I could also ask a question. Are you next? And just put it here. Okay? Add it to your story.
Is there any way you can change? Because I see you have like a fun thing that says like Mom of Laney or something. And my Instagram just said Amy Melvin. Can I change that?
Oh, like on your, hold on your profile?
Yeah.
How it up like, wait, what? Mine does, like this name up here? Our Life with Lane?
Yeah.
Yes, you can. Honestly though, I made that name when I don't know how I changed that though. Is anyone on here able to tell her? Because honestly, I haven't done that. Oh, I think it's edit profile.
Yeah, you can go in and edit in settings.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Thanks, Michelle. So yeah, edit in settings. You can change it to anything you want. Like honestly, yeah, change it to anything you want. And making sure your guys' bio, like don't put it works in there. Like mine's the Unstoppable Mom. I'm Irish, I'm 31, and I'm a napper. Love to nap. And then I put my website is just my Facebook. I don't put a website or anything in there. I do have my phone number, as you can see, and I do have my email address. So making sure you guys, like after the Zoom, go and tell your teams about this. Go and tweak your profiles. Go and make sure that your page is looking top notch. You know, making sure that you have all of these tasks, these new things. If you're already doing this, then that's great. But making sure you're incorporating anything new that you've learned. So let's just quickly go back to these apps and I'll let you guys go. But so Mojo, I just showed you how to do that. Now over is how you see all of these how you see all of these pictures with like the peace sign hand, the small camera, the cell phone, the swipe of zigzags or whatever. Very easy. So let's just say we're gonna open a white page. It's at the top there. We're gonna scroll over until we get to story. There's one for story. There it is. And you're gonna hit the check mark. And say we wanna do a background. You can do a background by going into Pinterest if you guys have Pinterest. Okay, let's do pumpkins because it's pumpkin background.
Was it good to get into Pinterest? Because Pinterest confuses me.
Well, it's not that. Pinterest, I only use Pinterest for this. So you would put like whatever your background you want to do. Actually, let's just do like this, polka dot. Polka dot background. Oops. Polka dot background. Okay, I'm just gonna pick this one. And then the three arrows, the three dots at the top, you're just gonna click that, download image. It's gonna save to your phone. You're gonna go back to over and you're gonna open an image. Okay, there's that. You can put it up in this corner. You can turn it around, use it like for half the page only. And then we're gonna hit the marker. And then we're gonna put a picture, actually, then we'll just add a couple more things. So you can hit like paint, see paint right here. This gives you those like paint strokes. So let's do this one. Now you can change this paint as well. You just go color at the bottom here. And you can pick your colors, but I'm just gonna leave it the way it was. We're gonna add an image. Oh, actually, I always forget this. So if you want to add an image, but you want the paint stroke to be overlapped of the picture, you actually have to do that last. So I'm just going to duplicate it and then move one over top of it like this, and then click on that and delete that one. Okay, there. So now I can have this over there like that. Maybe I want to put, I'm just doing a random thing. It's not actually for anything. iPhone. Wait, hold on. Piece or phone. I forget where the iPhone. There's just tons of stuff in here. You can just search whatever you want. Oh, here's like a little selfie stick. Maybe we want a rainbow. You guys can watch this again after, just so you guys know, in case you're going too fast. So I'm sure now you're cluing in as to what stories I'm talking about when you see like top leaders with all these stories with rainbows and all these things. Okay, so that's kind of like how you would make it, and you can just play around. I mean, it took me like literally like an hour one night just playing around to get pictures and graphics and text. So you can do text. Okay, so there's just all these different things. So you can play around with all of these. Then you're just going to save it like normal, which is the top corner right here, and save down here. Okay, you guys, so that's it. So that's basically what we've been doing for Instagram, is all of those things, and we're doing these like literally every day. The monthly giveaway is huge to get people on your page. The monthly giveaway is huge. The story every hour is huge. This gets your profile seen all the time. The story questions is something that's non-negotiable for us. It makes people talk back to us. As you can see, I already have 4 inboxes. 2 of them are for products. So for loyal customers that I'm going to reply to, like, this is how I get people talking to me. And once they start talking to you, they're going to start checking out your page. If your story is not up to date every single hour, then you're missing out, because when people start checking out your page, they want to see what the heck you're, they're going to start seeing what you're doing. They're going to show interest. Tagging locations per post, also huge. Putting hashtags in all your stories, whether it's, related to the picture or not. Business profile is something to think about. Boosting your post is something to think about. Posting all lifestyle pictures and then smash them once in a while with a product. Messaging your followers, and then story hub, and using your own stories. So let's just go over the chat quick before I finish this off. How did you make the video with the filter? Is that Snapchat? Yes, it is Snapchat. So the post stories you put on Facebook aren't the same on Instagram. No, I do not. The only time you'll catch my stories on Instagram and Facebook being the exact same is if I'm having a very busy day. Otherwise, I keep them different. Why? Because I have 2 different audiences. So not always are my audiences this, I like to keep them completely different. And if someone goes from my Instagram to my Facebook, or Facebook to Instagram, I don't want them being like, oh, she already posted that, I don't need to watch the rest of it, because I want them to watch. If you put stories on Instagram, can you link it to Facebook? Yes, but I don't do that. I just mentioned that, and I don't suggest it. But I didn't know if she did from Instagram to Facebook. Text replacement, that was it. Thank you so much. How did you make the Snapchat? I do use filters, thank you. What's that app? What was the app called again? Over, yeah, so Over, and then the other one that took away the It Works name on the picture, that was called Retouch. Oh, and then there's Unfold, but that's very easy. You guys can probably figure that one out. It's Over was a lot harder for me. Okay, you guys, so that's basically it. Thank you guys for coming on here tonight. I'm sorry that it was such a hot mess at the beginning because my phone's a pizza. But hopefully you guys learned something tonight, and you guys can go teach your teams, and you guys can build your business even bigger on Instagram. Bye, you guys.